Hello everyone, I'm Wags, and today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. Last week at the Pokemon Presents, there was an unexpected announcement of the Pokemon Trading Card Game for the Game Boy Color, released April 10th, 2000. Today I'm going to be going over an early game walkthrough, early game strategies, and then I'm going to be opening up some legendary packs. So let's get it. Hello, welcome back. I'm VoiceOver Wags, and here we go. We have a Charizard pack, a Scyther pack, and an Aerodactyl pack. Now, this is my first time playing Pokemon Trading Card Game in almost 20 years. I used to play a lot when I was younger, but it was more just, trying to build cool little decks, and I didn't really have anybody to play with. But now is my opportunity to get back into it, and that's why I want to learn how to play. And what better way to learn than the Pokemon game itself? So going back to the basics, you only have 150 Pokemon, or 151 rather. And so in the start of the game, there's going to be a practice mode where it leads you through a game and how to play, adding energies, evolving. Afterwards, you're going to go to the professor. You're going to choose your starter deck. I'm going to choose Charmander. Just joking, obviously Squirtle. And you're going to battle each of these masters, they call them, in an attempt to get the legendary packs. And here we have my boy Gene. Gene here is the rock Pokemon trainer. And you'll see at this point, I really had no idea what I was doing. Dominated here, and he took all 6 of my cards almost instantly. After Gene, I realized that you could go up to the trainers before each of the gyms. A little bit easier, they're quicker battles. So I quickly beat him, get a Evolutions pack. Within the Evolutions pack, a couple Pokemon to note was Vaporeon. I tried Vaporeon, didn't really work out because I don't have enough EVs. Haunter as well. I thought Haunter would be a dominant card player, but I realized he only has Hypnosis and Dream Eater, but you have to use Hypnosis, which puts him to sleep, doesn't do damage. At that point, they have 2 opportunities to flip a coin and wake up before you could use your Dream Eater, which does 50 attacks, so it's pretty much useless. So I decided to take on some more trainers, get some more cards. The more cards you have, the better you get. So where do I go? Back to my boy Gene. Gene, the master of the Rock Club, is ready to go. Here I am, a little bit more confident. I think I added my Vaporeon. Mind you, at this point, I still had no strategy for this whatsoever. Gene pretty quickly dominates me. I had Wartortle thinking that I'd get my Blastoise, but that didn't happen. So Rhyhorn takes out Wartortle somehow and ends the game. Decision, I lose. Clearly, things are not working out. I've lost to Gene, the first gym leader in the Pokemon TCG game, twice now, so I need a new strategy. This is the point in the game where I decide to look into early TCG strategies. 2 that I found were the Haymaker and the Rain Dance. Now I already have Blastoise who has Rain Dance, but unfortunately I haven't been able to get him. What I would probably need is a couple more Squirtles and some Wartortles. But the other strategy is the Haymaker, and that's taking single evolution Pokemon. So that's your Hitmonchans, your Magmars, your Scythers, and your Electabuzz. Putting them in the deck. They have lots of HP, and they could attack big and early with only a few energy cards. So the only way to do that, of course, is by opening up a few packs. So I make my way to the Fire Gym to battle some of the trainers there, knowing that I have my Water deck. Now, battling Jonathan, I managed to evolve my Machop into a Machoke. Look at that bicep. And I keep adding energies to this big boy, and he manages to dummy Jonathan, unfortunately for him. And I believe I take out this Growlithe, and then quickly after, he brings out his Kangaskhan, and Jonathan is done. And of course, once I battle my trainer, I open my pack. Now, this is the most important pack I have ever got, because what do I get? Scyther, baby. Let's go. Scyther the Sweeper. You'll see here shortly. Alright, we now have the setup for our Haymaker deck. We have 2 Squirtles, 2 Wartortles, a Blastoise, 2 Seals, which I use as a stall Pokemon. Because of the high HP, I have the ability to add a lot of energies. I play it early, add energies to my Hitmonchan, my Scyther, or my other heavy hitters. Dugong, just in case I want to evolve Seal. It has some serious damage with Ice Beam and Aurora Beam. I have a Krabby, a Staryu, a Starmie, and a Lapras. And then if we move forward, we look at our heavy hitters. We have the Hitmonchan, Electabuzz, Diglett. Diglett I like to play early. It has 30 attack. You had a single energy card, and you could wipe out an early game Pokemon. We have the Machop and the Machoke, once again for the thematics. You know, I like my big boys. And then Scyther. Scyther the Sweeper is what we're going to be calling him from now on. Looking at our trainer cards, we have 2 Professor Oaks. I like to add those in just to get all the energy cards that I need to power up my heavy hitters or try to get my heavy hitters early on. 2 Bills, Pokemon Trader, Energy, Search, Switch, Pokeballs, which after 6 or 7 attempts already, I've hit tails. I don't know what the probability of that is. I'm going to add it to the screen right now because it's probably ridiculous. But then we have Item Finder, Gust of Wind, Potion, Full Heal. Then for energies, we have mainly our water and fighting energies. And then I added a couple of lightning, which you'll see shortly ended up being very helpful. With that, it's time to face Gene, the rock gym leader. I have a lot more confidence this time. So when I battle him, I have my Haymaker. I could potentially set up my Rain Dance with my Blastoise. I draw my cards here, and unfortunately, I lose this coin toss, so I don't start first. However, I do get to play my strategy where I put Diglett first and I attempt to get some solid 30 attack off immediately. However, his Rhyhorn keeps using Leer on me and is successful. I think this happened 3 or 4 times in a row. Once again, the luck was not on my side during my playthrough to the rock gym. Anyways, I try to keep attacking. It's not doing anything. Rhyhorn doesn't have enough energies to attack, so he just keeps using Leer, and we're stuck in this cycle of, yep, Leer again, and I can't attack. But it is giving me time to build up my Squirtle, who I eventually evolved into a War Turtle. So I'm adding energies, hoping that maybe I'll get that Blastoise to get off some Hydro Pumps, get that Rain Dance in. But even without it, I have my Bite attack, which is doing 40 damage each time. So this is perfect, great start, but I still don't have my heavy hitters. However, you'll see here shortly, I end up getting all of them. So I believe I use a Professor Oak. From there, I got myself a Hitmonchan, and I got myself my Scyther. And that matters because Scyther, he has his slash attack, which does 30, but Scyther also has a ton of HP. So I have time to add a bunch of lightning energy, which is really odd. So I kept pulling lightning energy. I only have 4 in the deck, as you may remember, but I managed to get all 4 within the first, I don't know, minute or 2 or 4 or 5 hands of this game. So really odd probability, really odd luck today. But anyways, because Scyther's slash doesn't require any grass energies, I'm able to put anything on it, and the lightning energy ended up working out for me. So I'm now at the point in the game where my Scyther is set up. My War Turtle is gone, but he did its part, took out a few Pokemon with its Bite move. I never, unfortunately, got the Blastoise. And throughout my entire playthrough, I was trying so hard to get the Blastoise, but it never ended up working. But instead, I have my Scyther, who's doing slash. He's doing a pretty good job of taking out Gene here. At this point of the game, I was not worried. I had Scyther ready to go. You'll see here I pulled my Machoke, but my Hitmonchan as my backup was ready to go for his jab attack. I think I had enough fighting energy at a certain point to be able to put my Hitmonchan out and use his even more powerful attack, which I don't quite remember what it is. Yeah, so no matter what here, I'm in a good position. Scyther is doing a lot of damage. I believe Scyther is also doing I believe the Geodude and the Rhyhorn and all of that were weak to my slash move, so I was doing 30, but I believe at some points I was doing 60 because of because he was weak to it. Anyways, so Scyther is pretty much dominating. The game's about over. I'm gonna let this play out, and I'll see you shortly. Hello there, me again. As you can see, Scyther whipped through all of the Pokemon. Graveler I thought might have been a little bit tougher, but nope. I believe I single shot him here with my Slash move. I keep adding energy cards to the Pokemon, you never know what might happen, so anyways, Slash, done. Watch this. 60 damage due to weakness, perfect. So Graveler is eliminated, and of course, that means I beat Gene. Finally, third attempt, stacking all these Pokemon cards, and we're ready to go. So Gene, complete. Wonderful. Your persistence, yeah, there was a lot of persistence. And I get my Master Medal, 1 out of 8. I'll be getting more over the next few episodes, but first one's done, and you get the mystery pack. From the mystery pack, ones to note are, of course, the Aerodactyl, and I believe I get a fossil. Let me just see here. Mysterious Fossil. So I'm going to be trying to utilize the Mysterious Fossil and Aerodactyl in my next video. The strategy there being get Aerodactyl out early, use some Professor Oaks, and he has the ability where the other trainer can't evolve any of his Pokemon. So I could use all my Haymaker Pokemon and dominate. Hey everyone, thank you for making it this far. I really do appreciate it. Please remember to like and subscribe to my channel, as it really helps me grow. So some of my final thoughts on the Pokemon Trading Card Game for the Game Boy Color. The first thing that sticked out to me when I started playing was that it is a little bit slow, but you have to remember it is a game that was originally made on the Game Boy Color. As far as the game itself, it is very faithful to the original Pokemon TCG game. So someone like myself who is getting back into it, it's a very good way to learn how to play the game and build that foundation for what will eventually be Pokemon Live. And of course, I love the visuals of the game. They use the original cards from the base set and Jungle and Fossil, I believe, and it really shows it adds a lot of character to the game itself. There are, however, very limited amount of strategies you could play. I did mention the Rain Dance and the Haymakers. When the TCG game was originally played back in the late 90s and early 2000s, those were two of the strategies used most, and they were kind of broken, and eventually the Haymaker was considered banned. So if you know any other strategies for the original TCG game, for the old school TCG game, please remember to comment below. Thank you, and have a good day. Bye-bye.